Shirley here with Years of Years, and it's another This Day in Disney. It's April 23rd. Today we're going to start off with an actress that I really love, and that's Shirley Temple. She was born on this day in 1928, and one reason she's very connected with Walt Disney in particular is when Snow White won the Oscar for Best Animated Film. She presented Walt Disney with one large Oscar and 7 little Oscars. And it was an iconic moment, not just in Disney history, but in history in general. It was so adorable. But my girls grew up watching Shirley Temple movies. We enjoyed them together, and they were a lot of fun. I know that one of our favorites was Heidi, but they were all good, and we enjoyed them all. And I love her, and as my girls got a little older, I encouraged them to look her up and study Shirley Temple's life. And we did that together and discovered some really cool things about her. She didn't go on to continue to be an actress. Later in her life, she actually was very involved in a diplomatic career. She was involved in something called the Commonwealth Club of California, and during one of those meetings, she was speaking about Southwest Africa and overheard by Henry Kissinger, and he was surprised that she knew anything about it. She was appointed a delegate to the 24th United States General Assembly on September to December 1969 by President Richard M. Nixon. She was a United States ambassador to Ghana. She was appointed the first female chief of protocol in the United States and in charge of arrangements for Jimmy Carter's inauguration and inaugural ball. She served as the United States ambassador to Czechoslovakia as well. Not only that, but she also served on many boards in her later life, and one of those boards was for the Walt Disney Company. One of the things that I found most interesting about her, and for the time period as well, is that she had breast cancer and she had to have a mastectomy. And she actually was very vocal about the whole process and spoke on television and radio about it. I think mostly to help women understand the process and how it helped her to continue living a healthy life. And so I'm really impressed with her and the kind of woman that she was, and especially for the time period. So she didn't go on to be an actress, but she went on to really serve the world in many ways. So I've always been impressed with Shirley Temple. Go look her up with your extra time these days. The next This Day in Disney that I wanted to share with you was about Midget Autopia, which all the Autopias are really fun, and there's definitely more than one. And there were different sizes, and they had a Midget Autopia for children. And it opened in Disneyland on this day in 1957, and it was the third and smallest Autopia track in following the Tomorrowland Autopia from 1955, and then the Junior Autopia that was in Fantasyland in 1956. Sometimes it's hard to get a picture in your mind for those of us who weren't able to be there back in those early days of Disneyland, all the different things and rides that you could do at the time and where they fit in the parks. But there was 3 Autopias at this particular time. The Midget Autopia was located next to Storybook Land canal boats and is for the very youngest who are too small to ride the Autopia attractions themselves. So 4-year-olds pretty much. And what I found adorable is the track was more like a country road, and it actually had 2 steering wheels, so if you had 2 4-year-olds, they both got to steer, which I think is very clever. And I imagine the person behind that cleverness is Bob Gurr, because I think he was once quoted saying, if it had wheels, he had something to do with making it at Walt Disney. That's sort of the quote. But I'm sure Bob Gurr was behind those Midget Autopia cars. And obviously it's not at Disneyland now, but it actually was moved to Marceline, and it's there now. It's not operational because they didn't have the funding to continue to operate it, but they have everything. So if they can get that funding again, then they'd be able to have a Midget Autopia going there in Marceline, Missouri. So I think that's a really sweet thing, and I love what Walt did with bringing that small town feel. Marceline has a special place in his heart, obviously, and he brought that feeling to Disneyland and to Disney World, and it's something that's so wonderful to go feel. And I know it's something I'm missing right now, just walking down Main Street at Magic Kingdom. There's something that feels just wonderful, and it's like stepping into the past, but it's also the music and just the atmosphere and the colors, and it feels wonderful. So I know that's something I'm missing quite a bit, and I'm looking forward to the moment I get to just walk down the middle of Main Street again. So I'm excited for that. Also today, on this day, in 1993, a dedication service was held. Walker Ranch was officially named the Disney Wilderness Preserve, and this is in South Florida. It's about 15 miles outside of Walt Disney World, and it's an actual Disney preserve that you can go and walk around and enjoy. It's in Ponciana. This Walker Ranch is 8,500 acres, which Disney bought. It was an agreement that they had with the South Florida Water Management District so that they could purchase land close to Disney World, which would be used for a 1940s themed town celebration. So I think we know that that didn't quite turn out that way, but that's what they purchased in exchange for being able to purchase Celebration as well. So the cool thing about the preserve is it has the bald eagle and the wood stork, as well as other threatened species there. So it's preserving and protecting those animals. We would really love to go there sometime, but right now I checked the website and it's closed until more things are opened up to be allowed to go do publicly. So we'll have to give that one a little bit of time, but I'm excited to go. I've wanted to go see it. There's so many beautiful things to see down here in Florida. I'm looking forward to doing lots of things in the future and have hope that we can get things going again. I'm really grateful for all the things we've gotten to do though, and all the memories that I have, and I just can't wait to, like I said before, walk down the middle of Main Street. That's this day in Disney, and I hope you have a great day.